Hello everybody, my name is CrackCrusader, and welcome to my Jedi Fallen Order review. Now, if you're new here, I review games based on three things: their story, their gameplay, and their graphics. Let's get right into it. So, I played Jedi Fallen Order on my PS5. So, the graphics were optimized for the PS5. I do not know how they look on the PS4, but from what I've seen, I would assume that the graphics on the PS4 still look great. Like, this is probably the third best game I've played, graphics-wise, on the PS5, and this is honestly what I expect from a AAA developer. They need to do very well with the graphics, because that's the whole thing, is for a AAA developer to try giving us game experiences that indie games can't give us graphically.
Help BD.
And that is what, honestly, EA gave us with Jedi Fallen Order. Gameplay-wise, there's a little bit of bugs, a little bit of glitches, a little bit of annoying, because again, this is a AAA title. So you would think there'd be like next to no fucking graphical problems, but that is not the case. It's a little bit annoying, but not much you can do. Anyway, yeah. So gameplay-wise, it's pretty good. So on the topics of gameplay, there are a few enemy types that are annoying to fight against, like notably the Purge Troopers. And to get even more in detail, the Purge Trooper blasters like this guy. Because when you use your force abilities, they just half the time just dodge out the way, or when you use your lightsaber, they just dodge out the way. Now, why is that big of a deal? Because your entire combat structure kind of relies solely on the force. I mean, not fully on the force, but a good chunk of its force abilities. Like, I mean, when I'm using force push as like a big way to like get to people, it's a little bit annoying when the enemies just constantly dodge it. And the combat though feels very good. For instance, you can switch constantly between how like using just like force attacks with your lightsabers, or force push, force slow. I think it's actually called force freeze. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, so I don't know all my lore. Sorry. And the blocking in the game is pretty easy to understand. If you've played Dark Souls, you'll probably grasp it, I could imagine, fairly quickly. Unfortunately, I don't really block in Dark Souls. I'm more of just a dodge person, or like I don't really parry. So of course I struggle a little bit when I'm fighting enemies that I need to parry against, but it is what it is, right? Game's not bad because I don't know how to play it. And story-wise, it has a really good story. Like, you're trying to rebuild the Jedi Order as basically just a Padawan with a little training. They do a great way of showing just how weak you actually are compared to people like the Ninth Sister or the Second Sister to Vader at the end of the game. They don't, like, what I'm trying to say here is they do not make Cal overpowered like they did with Starkiller in, I forget what the games were called. I think it was The Force Unleashed. That's what they're called, The Force Unleashed. Cal is not overpowered unlike The Force Unleashed main character, whatever his name is. He is very much just a, I want to say wannabe Jedi. That's all he is, really. Just a kid that grew up training to become a Jedi who wants to rebuild the Jedi Order. Anyway, I'm gonna give the game probably a 85%. Why an 85%? Because by all means, if there's like no like the bugs aren't super bad. Like you can still play the game even with them. It's just gonna get a little bit annoying sometimes. The game is hard if you play it on like a hard mode, and there is like difficulties, which is good. So it is easier for just new players to go into, unlike Dark Souls where you're just thrown into it and just told fucking figure it out. So if you're interested in playing Dark Souls or anything, probably a good place to start.
Watch it.
Would be here. And yeah, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. If you think I missed something, or you think the game doesn't deserve or deserves higher, tell me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.